Hey guys, Daveable here on my YouTube channel, The Daveable. This is my first ARC video that I am making, so I appreciate all the support. Make sure to like and subscribe to my channel. Going to be doing ARC videos probably a couple times a week, so if you'd like to come play with us, we play on Official. On PvE, we play on Gen 2 1638, and our tribe name is I'm Karma, so make sure to come on over and check us out. Take a look at what all we got. As we get into, I'm not going to log in. As we get into today's topic, we're going to talk about the ending of the Summer Bash, and we're also going to talk about Lost Island a little bit and some of the new dinosaurs that we could be seeing with the new map. So, said as recently said, along or also with the creatures voting, keep voting no matter what. It gives us that gives the team a good look at the type of dinos you want to see added to the game. So who knows what'll happen? It's a little ways before Arc 2, and a lot more we want to do. So with that being said, the voting is still going on for a little while longer, and I kind of want to see a new water tame. I know we have one dinosaur already confirmed, but I want to see a water tame added to it. I'm trying to think of the last water tame, the last true water tame that we had added to the game. So I'd really like to see some more water tames, as I'm a water tamer myself. So we're actually built in the search and development area on Genesis 2, which is down below the water, the deep water, on 1638. So with the new community crunch, which is 276, we're going to pop into that really quick. And let's see what we're talking about in the community crunch, the end of the summer bash, which ends now on the 21st. It was extended a week, probably due to a lot of the server issues they're having. We're still having them on 1638. I know our server crashes all the time. Last night we lost a 145 female Giga, wild one of course, because the server crashed while we had it already knocked out. So that kind of sucked a little bit. Lost Island is going to be a topic of discussion on this community crunch, along with the Summer Bash giveaway. So make sure to check all that out on Survive the Ark. Now, one of the interesting things that I'm seeing is you have until July 23rd, which is about 6 more days, to get all your ideas in for the creatures that you want to see. We'll round up the most liked 10 creatures and set up a poll for voting on the forums. Click here to check out the guidelines and learn how to participate. So when you click on it, it's going to take you to another page. I'm not going to do that right now, but it's going to take you to another page and you're going to go from there and so forth and so forth. So make sure to get on there, put your dinosaur ideas. If you're not going to participate in that, don't complain about the dinos that are not going to be in the game then, because you have an opportunity to help make a difference with this one. So I want to look at Lost Island and what I've seen so far. I want to point out some things here on Lost Island that I've noticed. Some new trees. That is, of course, if none of this changes. Sometimes they change it because it's already a modded map. Sometimes they change a lot before it becomes official, like they did with Crystal Isles. But this one, I'm going to assume that everything in here is going to be in the console version, so we'll see. Or when they make it official, the version. You got little streams and stuff going, some plateaus. You probably could. I don't know if you can walk across those vines or not, but go to the next picture and you see you've got some Diplos, or is that a Bronto? It's hard for me to tell, really small. Spino over there, or a Stego, I mean. Some more little waterfalls. You can see the ob in the background, so it appears that obs are going to be normal, hopefully, in this one. I like you see not one, but two volcanoes if you look. I'm not sure if both of these volcanoes are going to be active or if you're going to be able to access them both, but I thought that was pretty interesting. When you get the top view, you've got this nice castle up here in the right corner, and that's going to be really cool. I'm not sure if it's going to be buildable or not. I would imagine with the flat plateau in front of it, I could see some really cool structures being built there on PvE. On PvP, of course, an Alpha Tribe would build there, and it would be tough, I think, to get into that because it's pretty elevated. So you look down in here and you see the water. Not sure how deep that is, but it looks like a pretty decent place where I would raise like baby squids or mosas. Maybe build along the side of that. You can see you got the RGs, the ob in the background. You got your snow biome. An island off in the back looks pretty neat as well. As a couple little sets of islands there. All that looks pretty interesting to me. Got a little bit of a beach area here. You see the green knob in the top right. Nothing really interesting in this picture. Maybe a couple cliffs up top. Nothing out of the ordinary. I like the look of the trees and the brush in this, so that one looks pretty neat. You've got another ob there, and just kind of sifting through these. Really green on this island. You got your swamp area. I'm gonna guess you probably have sarcos and diplocaulus and capros and stuff all through here, so that'll be a pretty neat area as well. Some more of it. Same picture, and I think that's a lot of swamp pictures in there. So Lost Island is looking pretty neat. I can't wait till we get all the information on it. We have a little bit right now, and that's the Amargasaurus, which is the dinosaur that's going to be able to break armor. Now, when I clicked on it and I read it, it actually says that it works and it'll actually break stronger armor, but the lower the armor, the less effect it has on it, which is pretty cool because it gives new players a chance still to defend themselves against this dinosaur, but more advanced players are going to have a harder time defending themselves against this dinosaur. So, of course, there's a difference between wild and tamed. Of all the creatures in the sauropod family, Amargasaurus titanicus is likely the most unique looking. It sports two parallel rows of dorsal spines down the length of its neck. So, when you look at the picture here, it's got two sets of fins that come down its neck. It has a lot to do with being able to create sap is what I was reading on it. Make sure you go down through this. I'm not going to go through all of this, but make sure you read down through it. It has some sap capabilities and some other pretty cool stuff. Armored Destroyer, Riot, Flak, and Chitin will ignore less protective gear. So it ignores Gilly and Cloth, but it'll damage Riot, Flak, and Chitin. So I guess it's not the strength of the durability or the strength of the armor, but it's the type of armor. So Cloth and Gilly won't be affected by it. That's crazy. There's a cool looking picture of it, and I'm hoping that that's how it looks. It kind of looks like a Bronto and a Diplocaulus combined with, I don't know, some weird stuff on the side of it. So it's going to be a pretty cool looking creature. I can't wait to see that one. And we've gone through pretty much all the pictures that they have on the Lost Island. So now we're going to come back into Twitter here, and I want to look at some of the comments here on Twitter. So this guy said, fix the crash and expired sessions issue and extinction in Genesis that came after the last update. Can we get a fix for single player for Genesis 2? Fix the game in its entirety. They can't, but okay. Great to see. Great job. Just wondering if I can transfer my Ark world from Xbox One to Xbox Series X. And I'm going to say yes if you... I'm going to guess the answer is yes as long as you're playing the same version and you don't... I think there's only one version actually for it, as I'm thinking about it. You know, like Madden has two versions, the Xbox Series X and the Xbox One. You can't play Series X to Xbox One versions, but I think Ark maybe just only has the one version right now because everybody's playing together with it from the new console to the old gen. So why is this since the new update anything involving narcotics just disappears? Fixture, we're going to get off that one. Where do we vote and submit ideas? It's actually... So Mr. Solo Dolo says, where do we vote and submit ideas? If you come into the Community Crunch, it actually gives you a chance right here to check out the guidelines and learn how to participate. So if you click right here, that's going to take you into the guidelines and should give you a link in here on where to submit your vote. So just make sure to check out all that. Any reason there's not a single PvE server on that list? There's one PlayStation PvE server listed, RNT reason, but I don't know what that means. So really what they're talking about on these comments is the list of servers that they just had an initiative to get rid of cheaters and enforcement. So on the bottom of it, there's actually an update that is telling you which servers were affected and the reasoning for it. Now, back on July 7th, I believe it is. If I look here, it should be July 7th. A bunch of players that I actually played PvP with, they actually had all their stuff wiped. It was pretty tough for them. Was it the 7th, I believe? It was on Gen 2, and it was a meshing issue. They were built in an area that wasn't intended to be built in. Although personally, I think the area probably, it didn't really look like a mesh area. It just looked like a hard to access area. But they counted it as a mesh area, and they were kicked off across Arc 6, actually globally banned, so they lost their characters, which really sucked because most of those people are really cool people to play with, and some of them played PvE too, and they lost that character as well because of it. So that kind of sucked. But you always got to make sure, I guess, where you're built and make sure it's within the guidelines. Um, See a couple Primitive Plus questions in here too. Primitive Plus pretty much went away. It's still there, I think, but I used to play Prim Plus, and when they broke the drops, I quit playing. That was a long time ago, and just haven't gone back since. I don't think I could play Arc again without cryopods, so I don't think I could go back to Prim Plus, but more on that. We'll talk about Prim Plus in a whole separate video. So I'd like to see some pictures of the dinos that you guys are taming during the event. You can hit me up, let me know some of the dinos, put some pictures of them. Make sure to comment down below if you guys are having fun on Gen 2 and some things you'd like them to fix on Gen 2. Let's not talk about server crashes though, and on the YouTube channel, because we know that they're crashing. They crash all the time. I've sent plenty of videos of them, and I'm sure you guys are having that issue as well. It's not really duping. I see that all the time in chat. Oh, somebody's duping, that's why we're crashing. No, the servers are just having a big issue, and it's probably because everybody's going super speed, whether on a skiff or just with their suits going super speed and is trying to load a whole bunch and is causing the servers to crash. So that to me probably is what is happening more so than duping or anything else that is actually trying to cheat. So other than that, guys, I appreciate you watching the video. I'm going to make sure to pop another one up tomorrow. Maybe I'll show you some of the tames that we have over on 1638. If you stop in to say hi to us, make sure to put it in global chat. Just say, hey, we're here to see Daveable, and I'm Karma. And I appreciate you guys watching the video, and we'll see you next time.